The NBA season tips off this month, and the association is making mandates as we are obviously still amidst a global pandemic. Unvaccinated NBA players in New York City and San Francisco will not be paid for missed games resulting from local COVID-19 vaccine mandates that prevent them from playing. So the announcement came one day after the NBA made clear its preference to employ a vaccine mandate for its players, pointing to the Players Union as the roadblock to securing 100% vaccination for its members. This could cost unvaccinated players on the New York Knicks, Brooklyn Nets, Golden State Warriors significant salary, like Kyrie, Irving, and Andrew Wiggins.
Washington Wizards star Bradley Beal says he is not vaccinated and has no interest in getting that shot.
He feels that, what if all of a sudden I get vaccinated and now my right arm doesn't work and I can't shoot anymore? Who am I going to sue? Who's responsible for that? And he feels like he needs more information before he gets the vaccine.
This is a war that we're involved in. I think they should be disciplined. I don't think that they are behaving like good teammates or good citizens.
Every player, every person in this world is going to make their own decision for themselves. I would like an explanation to, people with vaccines. Why are they still getting?
Back is definitely, against the wall. I'm just gonna keep fighting for what I believe and what I believe is right.
This is my life. I get to do whatever I want with this. This is one body that I get here, one God body that I get here. And you telling me what to do with my body, and it has nothing to do with the organization. I'm gonna put that out there. It has nothing to do with the Nets. It has nothing to do with my teammates. This has everything to do with what's going on in our world, and I'm being grouped in to something that's bigger than just a game of basketball. And you got that fandom, which is like a religion to people out here. Basketball is like a religion. Entertainment is like a religion to people. They get so caught up emotionally. It's just like, yo, effing get or just leave. We angry at what you're doing, man. And it's just like, nah, that's like, what are you talking about? I'm a human being. I have emotions. I have feelings. I have thoughts, but I'm staying grounded in what I believe in.
For some players, if they are adamant enough that maybe they need more time to come to a conclusion, I find to be respectable, because Kyrie can lose 52% of his salary, $18 million for the 2 games he plays against the Knicks and here in Brooklyn, but Kyrie can then go play in Golden State. Andrew Wiggins has to lose 50% of his salary, but can come here in New York and play here with no repercussions. Or Bradley Beal, who decides maybe he doesn't want to get vaccinated, Stephen A., will make his full salary in $37 million and will not lose anything.
There's a lot of governing bodies involved in
That's my point.
Beyond
Let me respond to that.
Sure.
Get the hell over it. I'm saying get the hell over it. I stand with the NBA. This is business.
Well, the NBA season is starting up soon, and one Orlando Magic player is making national headlines.
Jonathan Isaac is part of a small group of players in the league who is against the vaccine.
With 90% of NBA players fully vaccinated, there's still a small number holding out. Orlando Magic forward Jonathan Isaac revealed in a Rolling Stone article that he hasn't gotten the shot and doesn't plan on it. The NBA isn't requiring players to get the vaccine, but they are pushing for it. Unvaccinated players will have lockers far away from vaccinated players. They'll also be forced to eat, fly, and ride buses in different sections than their vaccinated teammates, according to ESPN. Isaac tweeted on Sunday saying in part that he believes it is your God-given right to decide if taking the vaccine is right.
I would start by saying that I was pretty badly misrepresented in the Rolling Stone article. I'm not anti-vax. I'm not anti-medicine. I'm not anti-science. I didn't come to my current vaccination status by studying Black history or watching Donald Trump press conferences. I have nothing but the utmost respect for every healthcare worker and person in Orlando and all across the world that have worked tirelessly to keep us safe. I thank God, I'm grateful that I live in a society where things are possible and we can protect ourselves and have the means to protect ourselves in the first place. But with that being said, it is my belief that the status of every person should be their own choice and completely up to them without bullying, without being pressured, or without being forced into doing so. I'm not ashamed to say that I'm uncomfortable with taking the vaccine at this time. I think that we're all different. We all come from different places. We've all had different experiences and hold dear to different beliefs. And what it is that you do with your body when it comes to putting medicine in there should be your choice, free of the ridicule and the opinion of others.
You're making headlines. The Rolling Stone wrote an article and included you talking about, your so-called anti-vax stance. They accuse you of being an anti-vaxxer.
There's the verses in the Bible where Jesus is talking about the Pharisees, and he's like, you can discern the weather, you can discern these natural things, but you can't discern the signs of the times. And I think that's so, needed right now. Just in the conversation of just the church and just Christian people, where it's like, listen, no one is saying that the is wrong. No one is saying that the is deadly or anything, even though there is a chance of adverse effects.
There is.
Even that conversation is not really being had, where people in this country who have died, people who have come away with different ailments because of taking the vaccine. But I really do think that this is a time for spiritual discernment, to look at what's happening, to look at the precedent that's being set. And as this thing snowballs, and as there aren't people, Christians or non-Christians, to step up and say, this is not right, it sets a precedent for in the future, we're going to look up and say, well, what about my religious freedom? And there won't be any. And that's not to preach a glooming message, because at the end of the day, Jesus is in control. Jesus is sovereign, and I completely believe that.
I know you're a deeply religious person, a man of faith. How much, if at all, did that play into this decision, or your thinking at all?
When it comes to being religious, I think God calls us all to be wise. I think there are people who believe that Jesus is alive, that he's a protector, that he's a healer, that he's a friend that you can trust in before you trust in any man. And I'm not ashamed to say I'm one of those people. But at the end of the day, God calls us to be wise and lean to our own convictions on what it is that we want to do. And that's how I feel about the everyone should be free to make their own decision and choice. And I feel that God could be leading two different people in the same place in two completely different directions. And if their conviction is, as a believer or as any faith, that I decide to take the and then I'll stand with them. And if there's anyone who says, based on my belief or my conviction, I don't want to take it, I will be right there to stand with that person as well.